Matthew 7:21 Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. So this verse is very important because a lot of people think that they are worshipping God, they think that they are calling out to God, but they are calling out to God to save them in their way, to get them to heaven the way that they want to go to heaven, which means doing all sorts of rituals, doing good works, basically proving that they are a righteous person. But the Bible says that we're not going to go to heaven unless we do it according to the will of God. And this is one of those examples where we have to cross-reference to another verse, specifically John 6:40. And this is the will of him that sent me, that's referring to God, that everyone which seeth the Son and believeth on him may have everlasting life, and I will raise him up at the last day. You can twist yourself in knots and say, well, what is the will of God that Jesus is referring to here? We know that if this is talking about being a moral person, living a righteous life, none of us are going to do that. We are all going to sin. We are all going to fall short of how God would will that we should live our life if we were going to be perfect followers of him. But we're told that God has a will that we're definitely capable of actually engaging with, which is that we believe on Jesus, and based on that, we have everlasting life and a guarantee that God will raise us up on the last day. If you think it's about something other than belief that will cause this to happen, or you think that you believe now, but maybe at some point in the future, you might not have everlasting life because you might stop believing or you might do too many bad works, then you're not doing it God's way. The irony, of course, is that people use this verse to try and prove works salvation, but we have an explicit reference from Jesus to the will of God, and it's got nothing to do with us needing to perform good works. And Jesus is saying a lot of these people will be those who call him Lord, those who are regularly going to church, regularly praying, reading the Bible even, but ultimately they are not going to enter the kingdom of heaven because their plan is to get to heaven their way, not according to the will of God.